Hello everyone and welcome to my first ever YouTube video and my first ever Planet Zoo video. My name is Yenzi and it's lovely to see you all today. So right off the bat we're starting off with a habitat straight at the door. This is primarily because I don't know if it's me or if it's just because my habitats are not as interesting as others, but patrons in my previous zoos that I've done in my own time have not bothered themselves to walk too far away from the entrance when I make one too far away. Therefore, I don't make any money, and you just start losing so much money so quickly, and then you have to take out all your loans, and you can't pay them back. So I'm sure the debtors would be living the dream trying to chase me down. So I've decided this time we're gonna make the habitat right at the door, and it's gonna be some Komodo dragons. And I picked Komodo dragons because I find that they're the coolest and easiest way of making money in Planet Zoo, at least right at the start of the game. They're not overly expensive, they're not hard to deal with, and they say that they're not particularly easy to breed, but I've never really had that much of a problem with getting them to make some children. So I've made the habitat right at the start, and now we're just putting in the staff buildings. So we need these right at the start of the game in order to get the animals and to basically make sure our staff are happy with everything that's going on in the zoo. I'm 100% sure I forgot to put a staff building, but I think I get back to it at the end. Don't worry. The path will be fixed later, I'm sure. I don't know why it decided to look like this, but it is what it is. Not my biggest concern at the start of the game. It's more just getting all the bare bones down so that we can open the zoo and have that money flowing. So I put down an information center just at the door. That's just so I can get some donations from donation packs, sell some balloons or whatever, sell some good stuff, so that we make some money, so we can expand, we can get some more incredible animals in. Due to the nature of the habitat being so close to the entrance, there isn't really a space for any sort of centerpiece. So the centerpiece is actually going to be inside the exhibit. It's probably not going to be anything overly extravagant at the start. It's just going to be maybe a statue or something. But as many of you will know, you will need to actually research these things. So that's the need of a mechanic. I'll need to get some mechanics in and research some of the theme packs so that I can sort of do this. Purchased a Komodo, a female Komodo. We're going to put her in the habitat straight away. Bought some staff, got them in. I think one of each to start with. I think I get 2 mechanics so that I can research 2 things at once, and because I did that I need to get a new workshop, so I just stuck that in there. And then there you go, there's the staff room that I forgot to build earlier. At least they'll be happy sitting there drinking their coffees. So I got my mechanics to start researching the 2 theme packs I would like to use the most right at the start of the game. So the classic theme pack and also the New World theme pack. I just think that the wood looks really nice, and the glass, I am a big fan of wooden glass. I think it looks really cool. So we're going to go and check on our Komodo and see how she's feeling. She needs a lot more hard shelter, and she's not particularly fussed with the long grass, so we're going to have to fix that for her. Putting a lot of sand in, trying to make it look a bit more natural than just a sheet of sand. Putting some rock, scattering it in and out, and then we'll focus on the plants. We need to make sure that she has enough coverage so that she doesn't feel too exposed to the general public. Sorted the biomes, made sure that I was getting the plants that are actually residents of the sort of places that Komodos are found, which is Asia. So I have made sure I've got these plants in the right place, mostly covering some of the glass so that the Komodo has more space to kind of breathe. away from the prying eyes of the general public. And I've popped some plants mostly on spaces that have green, like the grass areas, because I feel like it's where it's more likely to grow. Though obviously some plants would grow in sand and on rock, but not my zoo. So I've added a little bit extra foliage to the plants themselves because I feel like it makes it look a bit more looks a bit more randomized, as nature would tend to be. I've added extra roots to this plant as well because I feel like it's just looks a little bit cooler when there's more of a cluster of things. Also added some dirt around it so that it looks like there's more going on with this plant. I moved on to the hard shelter. Komodos do need hard shelter, but I'd like to make my own, so I did. We've just gone for a nice little design here, and just to kind of make it a bit more interesting, I've decided to put some vines hanging about, because why not, So we're going to try and connect this to our centerpiece. It looks a bit weird straight away, but I do manage to, I feel, pull it back a little bit so that it doesn't look so bizarre. So we just basically, I'm just going to put some posts so that the vines are connected the whole way up, rather than floating in midair, which, if your vines could do that, then I'm impressed, but most vines can't. So we're just putting the posts in the ground, and we might hang some extra vines off of them to make it look a bit more believable that things like this can actually be achieved. And then the posts were flying, so I needed to fix them as well. Put a little bit more in the ground to make it look as if they were actually been buried inside there, and they were just sticking out. Filled around with the colors, but I kind of liked the way they were, so I just left it as that. Tried the idea of having a stalactite, but it didn't really work out for me there. So I think I just went back to the good old-fashioned stones that I've done before, and I feel like it turned out okay. Maybe a bit too dark for the natural stone color, but it's not too bad. I feel like it's okay. But obviously, you can let me know how you think in the comment section below if you wish, and I'll see if I can incorporate some of your ideas into the park. That'd be lovely. Put down donation bins because your boy always forgets that donation bins are a thing, and even though the love of money is real, but I always forget to stick them in when I open the zoo, so we get a bunch of people coming and getting some free access to animals, and we can't abide that. So we put getting some of the habitat education systems in, letting people know what's there, getting some education in, having a look around, checking the bins, see we've got $40. Hell yeah, loving life. Don't know what we can buy with that, but probably not much. But checking to make sure that the customers are having a good time. They need some food, but we'll work on that later on. I didn't bother getting a security guard yet because it just seems to be extra money that I don't need to spend now. I haven't ever tried the new educators, so I thought I'd give it a go and see what it looks like. So we just got a guy standing here giving us a little demonstration of what the Komodo dragons are and what they can do, and so that's cool. I'll have to look at that in the future. So I'm comparing mates. The comparison isn't very good so far, but at this point it's like it was cheap enough to bother buying it, and also we'll make some babies, increase the longevity of this habitat specifically, which I feel is quite useful, quite beneficial. So I've just gone to do that, put my vet on researching Komodo dragons so that we can get some enrichment so that they can enjoy their time a bit more. And then I started off on the part that I enjoy the most, which is the decorating the buildings. Not incredibly amazing at it, but I feel like I enjoy it at least, so that's fine by me. Started off doing it and I realized that I don't really like the concrete sort of look all the way around, so I think I swap it out for some bricks, because I feel like at the bricks. The brick pattern is a lot nicer with the new world wood. So yeah, here we go. Got the bricks, sticking the bricks on. I think I go for the concrete at the back rather than the brickwork because I think it just looks nice. And at the front we go for, yes, the wood. I thought so. And just get another little roof for it. Too tall. There we go, beautiful. And we'll get our, I don't know what you call it, the little triangle piece of wood that stops there being a gaping hole under the roof. Made that out of concrete as well. Looked a bit suspect, changed it back, thought so. And then looked for a nice little information sign and got that in, beautiful. Put a wee canopy on there to keep our people dry when we can. And decided, you know what, this park needs a sign. So I put a sign in. I made a custom sign because obviously there's no custom signs. There are signs that you can add text to, but it's not as entertaining as an actual sign. So just use the text that they have in the game. I just decided to, you know, have a go, see what it looks like at the start. Don't think it worked out straight away. Had to fix it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Oh, not so. No, it didn't work out. We had to swap it out, make it a bell, put the view underneath, trying to keep them in line with the other letters to make it look a bit more aesthetically pleasing. Bellevue Zoo. I thought it looked quite nice, but it wasn't finished. Needed to add a bit more, you know, color to it. Because the dark brown's a bit dark green is not really a very pleasing color. I can obviously change it, but I feel like it kind of goes with the old zoo logic of being like, you know, natural grassland kind of thing, especially because we are in a European sort of aesthetic going on. So obviously not complete deserts or you know, complete snow. We're going to go continental Europe. That's the idea. So to make it look a bit more natural rather than having a sign floating, I was thinking of putting maybe on a rock or something, but I thought, you know, we'll go a little bit further. We'll have it actually just coming out of the ground as if we'd stuck it there. So I've just put, so I'm using the support functions that the game has, the little you know, supports. That's what they are. And you know, it was an absolute joy to tinker around trying to get them to fit properly. Nightmare, to be honest. But at some point we get it, and I feel like it looks quite nice. Maybe need another one at the top, but I didn't do that in this video. I might have another go in the next one. But finished that, thought it looks quite nice, cleaned it up around there, and that's it. That's how we ended this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time, as much as a good time I did. If you like this video, please leave it a like, and if you'd like to subscribe, that'd be great, and leave a comment if you want to see anything added to the zoo. Hopefully it'll be something good, and have a good day, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.